Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place with AI and a clever spin. Join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
Well, hello there. I'm your host, Bill McIntosh, and of course, I'm the guy with $100 million in revenue generated over the last 25 plus years. Been building internet businesses a heck of a long time and doing pretty well at it. And this show is where I can bring all of my hard-won experience and know-how and help you so that you can have similar success and grow your own online business. Or maybe you've got an existing business and you're trying to apply AI and some of the modern tactics to grow and expand that business. And that's what this show is all about. And today we're going to be talking about video, and particularly, I can't speak today, but particularly we're going to be focused in on Google's brand new release. You might have seen, it's gotten a lot of hype, a lot of information out there, a lot of funny videos being made, but it's Google's Veo 3 tool. So we're going to be diving into how you use it to make money with it. And by the way, let's do a shout out. Give me a big hello in the chat and let me know, where in the world are you? So we'll kick off with that. Give me a big, warm, excited hello, some all caps, some exclamations, and let me know where in the world you are. I always like to see where the audience is tuning in from. And producer Nick, if you could come in and at least if you want to be a disembodied, oh, there you are. You're on camera. Let's do some shout outs to whoever's joining us today. So everybody, give Nick and I a big warm hello in the chat, along with where in the world you are. And our chat seems very quiet today for some reason.
We got a quiet chat today, but we got two guys in today. We got DE Production, Aloha. We have Discover Texas Living with Carmelita. Carmelita's in. Voyage with AI coming in from Ohio. Gilbert coming in from New Jersey. Hey, Gilbert.
All right. And I see the audience is here, but they're very quiet in the chat. I see Regina joining us from Hawaii, one of our regulars. Thank you for tuning in again today. But chat, you need to come alive. Let's actually have a good interactive live show today. We love seeing you chat in there and talk, connect with some of the fellow people in the chat. We've been, I think we need to officially name everyone here the billionaires.
They're the billionaires.
I think we'll just go with that. So chat with your fellow billionaire in the chat room, and it's open. We do have subscriber only chat turned on, which just means you don't have to pay. You just need to be a subscriber of the YouTube channel. So you'll see down below, there's that red subscribe button. Tap it. I think there's a short delay, and then it will unlock the chat panel for you, and you could hang out with our fellow subscribers in there. So a few more people tuned in. I can't see them from here, but I see others. Who else is with us today, Nick?
We have Terry from Alaska. I don't think I've seen Terry in the chat before. Terry might be new. Got Christina from Miami. KD's here. He says, good to see you. We have a veteran of the show, My Ducky, with a big hello. We have Dapuna. I don't think I've seen Dapuna before, from Sacramento. Or maybe, I'm assuming Sacramento. She spelled it like Sacramenti, so could be a new city, Sacramenti. And then my Duckies from Short Gap, West Virginia.
Yeah, another
a lot of Americans here today.
Yeah, a lot of where are my international people at? Where are you hiding? You're hiding in the chat somewhere. And who's new? Let me know in the chat. Give me an I'm new in the chat. Raise up your hand and say hello to us if you're new to the show. If you haven't tuned into one of our live broadcasts before, we're here every Wednesday. So it's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're here. We do the show, and it's all about different ways to start a new business or grow your business. We focus heavily around AI, but we're also talk about persuasion and selling and marketing tactics of all kinds, how to get traffic and customers, and how to use AI tools to build a business. That's our main focus, though. Yeah, I see a few new people in there. So let's give a shout out to those who are new to the show.
Yeah, Kishore from Philly, welcome. And then Carmelita's also new. And then Natural Biohacks from Oakland, they're new. We got Real Estate Info. Richard from Toronto, he's new. So our first international guy, Richard from Toronto, awesome.
We had one brave international audience member speak up, so the rest of you are scared. So, all right. Well, with that, we shall get going. Now, Nick, I know the topic today is one that you have a lot of fun playing with these AI video tools.
Yes.
And you've sent me a couple really funny, and I have too. I've been converting some of my horrible dad jokes into AI videos. Maybe we'll share one of those with the audience later. But beyond playing with these tools, I think a lot of people get distracted by that. They make kind of neat little like short stories or funny jokes or all kinds of interesting stuff like that messing around. But these tools are incredibly powerful when it comes to making money. And that's, I think, more people need to focus on that. Like, how do you actually use these things for real practical purposes to get money coming in the door? And that's going to be our focus today. So, Nick is going to be helping us as well. He is, when it comes to using these tools, is really good at it. And now I think at this point, Nick, it's mandatory. We're going to have to redo the show intro. I think now we need to do a VO3 show intro.
I agree.
We're going to have to retire our old, as much as I like our old timey guy from, he was like one of the first AI video generation tools we used to make that. And I think we're going to have to retire him.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Yeah.
All right, cool. And I see a few more new people in the chat. So welcome to everybody out there. And Tom Grow. Hey, Tom. Haven't seen you in ages. A few more people that are new. I see Zeal Me Studios. Frank, is it Frank 1? Frank L? Frank, whatever that is. And Tom says, yeah, VO3 is crazy. That is the thing. VO3, to me, marks a leap forward, right? There's been like a steady progression of AI tools kind of just getting better and better, bit by bit. And then all of a sudden, VO3 is a massive leap forward in the video. And we'll show you some examples so you can see how crazy it is. So, wouldn't you agree with that, Nick? I mean, it's more than just a slight improvement.
Yeah, it's a light year ahead of the other ones. It's pretty wild.
Well, cool. Well, then I think probably, so Tom in the audience, Tom Grow, I think you used to tune into my old show. I'm right? Yeah, you were part of the audience way back in the day. I think he might technically be the longest running person to ever be on the live show because he was on the very original version, Nick. So that I think Tom, he confirmed that. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought you went back with me way back into the dark ages. So this was before YouTube even did live streaming. Things like Twitch didn't exist. So this is going way back then. And Tom used to be an audience member back in the day. I had one of the original shows teaching online business on a platform called Ustream, which I don't think exists anymore. I think Ustream got merged into something else, which I think maybe eventually became part of Twitch. I don't know, but it doesn't exist anymore. So did that show for a while and then went into retirement. And then producer Nick drugged me back out of retirement, and here we are. So cool. Well, then with that, I think what I would like to do next is let's show an example of what VO3 can do. And first, I'll show a silly example, and then we'll show a more money-making example, and then we'll dive into the topic for today. So first here, I'm just going to cue it up and play it. So here is a really stupid way to use VO3. Not a very financially smart way to use your credits with VO3, but here's an example.
What kind of music do mummies listen to?
Oh, and now why is it not showing? We'll try this again. There
What
we
kind
go.
of music do mummies listen to? Rap music.
I like that he starts rapping at the end. Or beatboxing, not rapping.
Yeah, you like the beatboxing. And then here's another stupid one. Let me just see if I can find it here. I have it in my hard drive. Right. Oh, here's another joke. We'll go with this one.
Why did the computer get cold?
Because it left its windows open.
You like that one?
I do like that one. That makes you should just queue those up. We'll queue them up ahead of the show, like 3 or 4, and instead of the dad jokes, you'll have VO3 deliver them for you.
One more stupid one.
What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky.
So, and then my younger son Dylan is in Cancun on vacation right now, and he sent us a picture of him lounging on some chairs out in the sun. And so I made this one is another one. Let's see, there it is there. So there are some not so profitable uses of VO3. And so the point of today is how do you use VO3 for profit? And those are just some examples of being stupid and having some fun with it. But what we'll do real quick, we're going to play you a quick commercial that we just made with VO3. And then we're going to dive into the training on how to use it so that you can make more profit using this tool. And let's see, I think we're going to do the fantasy one, right, Nick?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll go to single way out. Here we go. And we'll be right back. Here's a quick example of a commercial that we're going to be using in our own business using VO3.
Button AI sets your revenue ablaze. Plunder the market in a single click.
Push button AI turns scribbles into treasure. Push the button. Watch profits assemble. Tap now. Push button AI will build your business tonight.
All right. So there are some examples of how you could use that to make some profit. And that was, I think just last night you spent not a lot of time making that, right? How much time would you say from start to finish to make that little ad?
With that little one, like maybe 15, 20 minutes. I didn't spend that much time at all. I just wanted a goofy example. And so I sat down and kind of spun it out. If I wanted to make one, we'd put in the ad manager and spend actual money on, I'd spend, 45 or more minutes. That's just kind of like a first draft. But it didn't take that much time at all.
Cool. Well, and then so today we're going to zero in on VO3 and we're going to talk about how to use it. But there is another kind of like secret tool that you can combine VO3 with. I think we're going to be doing a segment on that soon as well. So I really need you to go dive into that tool. And then maybe next week we can talk about how to take what we're going to teach today about VO3, combine it with this top secret, what we're going to call a special effects tool. And and make some really, really awesome money-making ads. So I think let's cover that. If this episode is well received and people seem excited about it, then we'll come back and cover how to take VO3 and combine it with some special effects tools to make something quite amazing. Okay. So with that, I think then I'm going to jump in and just do the content.
All right. And then because I have the big paid version of VO3, so if you want to show the dashboard or make something, just cue me in and I'll come and share my screen.
Yeah, and you know what? I just realized something. I did not queue up our hook at all.
Oh, in the teleprompter?
Yep.
Do you want to record it? Do you just want to get into it and you can record the hook after the show and then have our editor
Yeah, I think we could do that, and then we could stitch them together. So, yeah, but other than making everybody watch me while I load up the teleprompter, I think that'd be probably more interesting to the audience if we do it that way.
I'd have to do some more stand-up comedy while you're busy fiddling with.
Hey, I like that. Let's let you
put me on the spot. I would need a little bit more coffee to get to be funny enough.
Okay, here. Let me. In fact, you know what? I have the teleprompter open. Let me just see if I can.
You can
move
do it
over
okay.
there. And then,
what do you guys think of my girlfriend got this for me at Target? What do you think about this? My Minion mug.
I like it.
All of our mugs are like pink girly mugs, and this is the only one that's clean. That's like not. So I didn't want to drink out of like a pink flower mug. So I'm drinking the Minion coffee today.
I like that one.
Yeah, she has good taste in mugs, like when they're not pink girl mugs.
All right, I'm almost there. Loading up the teleprompter now as we speak. And again, apologies, everyone. I was really slacking here. I should have had this set up long before. Okay, paste. Save.
And I don't want to use a lot of my credits because the plan's kind of expensive, actually. But if you guys have any ideas for things you want to make, drop them in the chat, and maybe we'll jump in and make them today. So, if there are ideas that are good enough.
Okay, well, I noticed now my camera is pointing too low, and I don't know if I should fiddle with it. We'll just give this a shot.
All right, I'll take myself off the stage.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, audience, as you know, when I do these, those of you who are new to the show, just get my mic pointing at me here. So when I do these, I record a hook, which is like the video intro that gets everybody excited about watching the video, and then we dive into the content. And as I do all of this, I'm recording. So I'll be recording the hook, because it's on my teleprompter right now, and then I'm going to be recording as I go through our slide deck and our presentation for the day. And then once I'm done with the training and I get through the segment, we're going to kick it to you with the live audience so that everyone out there, if you have any questions, anything that you need clarification, anything at all that you want to ask or give commentary, go ahead and speak up throughout the training. Just if you have a question, just pop it in there when you think of it. And then when I'm done with the segment, I'm going to kick it over to the audience, and we'll be doing some live Q&A. And also we may pull up VO3 Live and do some experimenting with it and make some stuff with you together. But first, we'll get the training segment recorded, and then we'll move on to that. Because what we usually do with this is we'll take segments like the next 10 or 15 minutes. We'll edit it up. We'll be repackaging it for social media, for putting into courses and other things. So we're going to run through and do a traditional recording of it. Okay. Now with that, I need to do one other little thing. Okay. Here we go. Google just announced why? Don't tell me. The teleprompter wants to die. After all that buildup. There we go. Battery's running out on the teleprompter. Okay, here we go. We'll give this a shot. If the battery dies, then I'm going to we'll just go right into the training. Here we go. Google just announced a brand new AI tool that is so powerful, it just might destroy Hollywood and help you build an incredibly profitable business. Take two. Google just announced a brand new AI tool that is so powerful, it just might destroy Hollywood and help you build an incredibly profitable business all at the same exact time. Now, the tool I'm talking about is Google's Veo 3, and it is the latest AI video generator on the block. But it is not just any AI video generator. It is leagues, light years ahead, and it is the first one, in my opinion, that can truly fool people. As you watch videos made by it, you may not be able to tell it is from AI. And a lot of people, they are terrified by this release. But one thing is clear. Those that learn how to use Google's new Veo 3 and similar tools like this are going to be the ones that make the very note for editor, we'll clean this up, are going to be the ones who make the most money over the next few years. And those that don't catch on, that don't start understanding how to use these tools, they're going to be left behind struggling. Now, in this video, not only will I show you how I'm using Veo 3 to generate profit, I will reveal 3 proven strategies that you can use yourself to make some serious cash. These are proven strategies people are already using right now to make money with AI videos. And Veo 3 puts these on steroids and then supercharges them on top. And when you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to show you my #1 favorite strategy that by far is going to help you bring in the big bucks because it's already working for me. And now with Google's Veo 3, it's easier than ever before. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Okay, there's the hook. A little bit of editing will be needed for that, but so be it. Good enough, Nick?
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Okay, cool. All right, well, and with that, we're going to get into the training, which let me just get screen sharing set up. Let's see, we need to share that screen. Okay. There we go. Okay, here we go on to the training. Now, as you'll see listed up there on the screen, I have a slide deck, a playbook that goes along with this that has a bunch of examples, some other useful information, links, resources, and how-to information. If you would like to download a copy of this deck and get access to it, it's totally free. Just our way of saying thanks when you subscribe to our completely free Ingeniosity newsletter. And in Ingeniosity, every Friday, the channel's very own producer, Nick, sends out some awesome training on how to either build a brand new business using AI and other tools, or how to grow your business to get more traffic, more leads, and more customers. And if you'd like that free training and a chance to download the deck that you see on the screen now, head on over and subscribe. I will drop the link down below. But if you head to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, that's how you get it. Just head on over there, grab your copy of the deck. What we'll do is when this is released, this deck will go into our library. We have a library of playbooks just like this. There's over 24 of them. That go into all kinds of different strategies and tactics. They give examples, case studies, how-tos, AI prompts, and all the stuff you need to implement them. And there's over 24 of those decks, and they're all free, including this one, when you subscribe to Ingeniosity. Now, let's move on to the training. Pop this into presentation mode, and here we go. So Veo 3, how does it work? So Veo 3 has a ton of different tools built into it. And it was released during the Google's I/O event. And there are a whole bunch of things that they announced, including improvements to Gemini, which is their flagship AI text model, and a bunch of other really amazing features and tools. But to me, the one that really stood out as the most important one was Veo 3. So they just announced this. They just opened it up. In fact, it has been under such heavy load that occasionally the tool will show that, like I was trying to access it yesterday, and I couldn't even get in because it was overloaded. That's how in demand it is. And so you can get access to the tool. With Google, they have a pro plan that is very inexpensive, and that will give you access to this tool. And we'll talk a little bit later, if you're going to be a serious user of VO3, what you need to do to get access to make lots of videos using VO3. And the one thing that really makes it stand out is that it is not just a video generator. There's a ton of those on the market now. They all just make videos. These actually speak. The characters talk. The characters, you can give them accents. You can direct them to sound certain ways. And you can tell the models in your videos exactly what you want them to say. And it's almost indistinguishable from a professionally shot video. So you could invent any character you want and make them speak any lines that you want, and it looks like a Hollywood level production. Now, not only that, it will also add music, sound effects, and it makes a complete scene, not just video. It is really quite something to see. Now, this model can actually fool people. Let's show you a couple examples real fast here. So I'll pop open a couple examples.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes.
Wait, are both of us AI tonight?
Yes. The band is fake too.
Is this briefing fully AI produced?
Yes, including your question.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes, so is the pasta.
For the record, we are both AI generated now, correct?
Yes, counselor.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes.
All right, isn't that amazing? Frightening and amazing all at the same time. And there's a ton of these examples. I'll link to them all in the deck here. Let's take a look at here. Let's look at this one. This one's from Matt Vid Pro on YouTube.
Check my breakfast. Bigfoot here. Check my breakfast.
So it's really amazing to see, like sometimes it'll pick up on what should be going on in the background and put background sounds, animal sounds, wind, all the sound effects needed. And there's just example after example of how impressive this is. So we'll take one more look here.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him.
Okay, we won't go through the whole short film, but you kind of get the point there. So I'm curious, what do you think about this? Drop it in the comments below. Is that frightening? Are you a little concerned about this? Some people, especially those in like video production, Hollywood creativity type audience, they're frightened at this point. What about you? Do you think, is this a little bit concerning? Here's a whole other class of jobs that AI is going to replace? Or are you excited about the future prospects? Because to me, it is true that this technology is going to replace some industry jobs, but at the same time, this is like a great equalizer. It allows ordinary, everyday people to come up with really creative ideas and put them into the world where we couldn't before. Like that plastic baby video. I mean, that would have cost a fortune to create with CGI just a few months ago. You'd have to hire an entire CGI department, pay for a Hollywood production, and spend probably hundreds of thousands of dollars to make that. And now, with a couple of hours and some time with VO3, you can produce it yourself without any of that stuff. So yes, it will disrupt things. It will make things a little bit crazy, but boy, does it set you and I, that sets our creativity free for what we could never think of before. So whether it's you want to create a cool short story or some sort of short fiction and do like they did with the plastic baby, or whether you want to make ads or other kinds of useful content, it really unleashes all of our abilities to get creative and put this into the world. But I want to know your opinion. Drop it into the comment below. Maybe, I know there's a group of people that are just really upset about AI and they really don't like this. And I think this is going to really set them off. So if that's you, let me know in the comments. Does this make you mad? You know, you're a little bit scared of it, or are you a bit more hopeful? I'm a bit more optimistic and hopeful into the future that I think this ultimately, after some disruption, I think at the end of the day, it's going to result in a positive for all of us and not a negative. So with that, let's keep going with the training. I'll get my screen back up again. There we go. And back to the slide deck. So if you want to watch these examples, they'll all be linked into the deck. And then I do want to talk about the different versions that you see here. So Google does have different versions of how you get access to this, okay? So there is the free account. And then you have your Google AI Pro. And let's see, does the free account get access to Flow? It does not. Okay, so the thing that we want to look for is Flow. You see that there. That's what gives you the access to Veo 3. It's a video editing toolkit called Flow. And so that becomes available at the Pro level, and you can get your first month for free. So if you want to try it out, check it out. It's totally free for the first month. After that, it's $19.99 a month. And then that's going to give you access to Flow. And with that level access, you can create about 10 videos for free in that first month. And then after that, it's $19.99 each. So what is that? That's about a little under $2 a video to generate with Google AI Pro. I'd say compared to spending thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire a Hollywood studio, $2 is not too bad. And then if you're someone who's going to be a power user like me, you're going to want to go for the Ultra version, and that's $124 roughly a month. And with that, you get access to Flow, and you can do a lot more videos. So I think, Nick, here you said it's what, 83 videos on that one?
Yeah. Real quick, a correction. We should touch base or something. On the Pro version, the $20 a month version, they give you 10 videos up front, but they don't regenerate each month. It's 10. You use all 10 and they're gone forever. So once you use up all 10, the only way to make more is to get on the Ultra plan.
Well, that's weird. On my plan, it said my credits were going to regenerate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like Google is not clear on what they're actually offering, but
okay. Well, I'll look into that afterwards, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I would also bet, and yeah, I could swear in my account because right now, currently, I'm on the Pro account. Nick has the Ultra account. I'm going to be upgrading to Ultra as well, and but on my current Pro account, I used up all my credits, and it looked like it was going to be giving me more credits to make more videos in my next month. But and then I think Google, I mean, I would say just in general from a strategic perspective, I'm sure they will do that.
Yeah, it's like when OpenAI released deep research, and then at first the only way you could get it was by paying $200 a month, and then like a month later everyone else got access. It's probably going to be like that. All right, sorry for the interruption. I'll take myself off now.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So, all right, let's do this. Let's do some quick math too. So right now, so if you can make 83 videos, so $125 divided by 83 videos, it's about $1.51 if we round it up there. So $1.51 each for each generation. Again, you know, while this is a little pricey on a monthly fee, it's, in my opinion, absolutely worth it if you're going to be using this at any volume. And I would speculate, this is not, Google has not published this, but I would speculate that as they beef up their processing and as they refine the tool, I bet the videos will continue to get cheaper. So I don't think the pricing, in terms of per video will stay this way. I think that it's going to just get cheaper from here. So to access it, you can head on over in Gemini. You can get it there, gemini.google.com. Or if you want to go directly to Flow, which is the AI editing tool where you can request these, you can go to labs.google. So again, that's a weird link, but it's labs.google/flow/about, and that will take you in there. And I'll show you the editing experience right here. So this is what it looks like once you get inside Flow. And you have a chat box where you can chat here. Now, you can do where you can upload an image and give it as a reference point, an existing image. That's called, image to video. And then separately, you have text to video, where you just type in and describe what you want. I have found with VO3, text to video is definitely the way to go. And I think even when you do image to video, I think you might not even get background sounds or voice. You get really high quality video, but if you want the background sounds and the voice, do text to video at least at this stage. And this is a brand new release, by the way. It's just days old at the time of recording this. So that this will probably all improve and evolve and come with a lot more features. So you can click the little icon here that it's pointing to, and then make sure you set it on VO3. And then I recommend use text to video as your option. Okay. So, and here we go. These are the three options that you can pick when you want to select it, from text to video, frames to video, or ingredients to video. So ingredients allows you to upload multiple things. Like you can upload a scene as well as an actor or actress or different things you want to appear. And then it will combine them all together into one single video, which is pretty darn cool. I think when you do that, though, at least as of right now, you do miss out on the voice and audio sound effects when you do that. And then frames to video, that's like I was saying before, where you could upload a scene and then Google will take that as inspiration as your starting frame and then create a video around that picture. So, but as of now, I recommend text to video. Producer Nick, can you come on for a minute? And I'm curious if you've played around with frames to video or ingredients to video, because I personally have been preferring text to video.
Yeah, I did a little bit with frames to video, and text to video was way better. I haven't played with ingredients to video yet. I've seen other people play with it, and I would agree it's not as good as text to video.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the others are still superior to, I would think, any other video tool out there. So I think with ingredients to video and frames to video, you're going to get great looking video, but you're just missing that extra component of the, and which really is what makes VO3, a league ahead of all the competitors. So, okay, cool. Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
All right, so let's do this. I'm trying to go back up. Let's go back. Here we go. Okay, note for editor, you can pick it up from here and just edit out a little bit here while I fumbled around, and we'll come back to this. Now, VO3 is fun and impressive and exciting and everything, but let's really talk about why you're watching this video. And that's because you want to learn how to actually generate income with it. You want to generate revenue for your business, money that you can put in your pocket and spend, right? Fun and excitement is all great, but let's talk about the money-making aspect of this. So at this point, we're going to dive into my 3 favorite ways to use AI video and how VO3 can really supercharge this and help you make a lot of revenue. All right. Number 1, or I say, note for editor, you can clean that up again. Counting down from number 3 is a faceless social media presence. So VO3 lets you take anything in your imagination and make it into a story in just a matter of minutes. And so for a few dollars, you can assemble a really powerful story that people will watch, whether it is nonfiction or fiction, storytelling, fun, whatever it might be. There are countless examples of what they call faceless social media channels that are making a ton of money, whether it's here on YouTube or on other channels as well. There is a great way to use VO3 to turn into a highly subscribed, highly viewed channel that makes a lot of money without you ever needing to show your face. Or now you don't even need to use your own voice with the way VO3 will voice your characters for you, okay? Now, there are 4 ways to make money with this effort. Number 1, here, I'll hide myself here. Let's take me out of the screen there so you can see these. So 4 ways to make money with this. First up, you can apply for creator monetization on whatever platform you're posting on. Most platforms have what's called creator monetization. Here on YouTube, for example, you can apply to their partner program and earn revenue in a variety of different ways. And they have similar programs on Facebook, similar programs on TikTok, and you can make pretty good money with that. Now, 2, you can use your social media presence, your faceless channel, to drive traffic to an affiliate program. So in your niche market, you can find an affiliate program which will pay you commission. So you promote other people's products or services and you get paid commission, and you can do that through a faceless channel. Number 3, use your page to drive traffic to your own stuff. So if you have an offer, you have a product, a service, anything for sale, you can use a faceless social brand to generate traffic and send it to your products or services, much like I do. Now, I put my face on my channel and on the outreach that we do and across social media, but you don't have to. So you can use a channel like I do to make sales of your own products and services without you having to be the face or the voice of that channel. Number 4 is sponsorships. So you can accept advertisements where you can have sponsors and brands that will pay you money to promote their products and services. You would be shocked how much those people are willing to spend to sponsor social media channels. Even if it's faceless and your face or voice never appears on the channel, you can still get brand deals and sponsorships for faceless social media channels. In fact, this is a huge growing trend. And leaders in the marketing space like Gary Vaynerchuk talk about how he believes entire brands will evolve out of these faceless channels where you're going to have completely AI influencers, completely AI personas that become famous even, and entire brands build up around them. This is going to be quite a phenomenon, and I agree with him. That is coming. And in fact, it has already begun. So let's move on to idea number 2, and that is AI influencers. So you can actually make your very own AI influencers. And let's take a look here. Here is Gary V talking about what I just mentioned just a minute ago.
Influencers. I think influencer marketing is very obsessed with AI influencers. I think influencer marketing is a monster, and I think just as it's getting into its heyday, I see the next thing that's going to disrupt it, which is I'm predicting that the combination of what Disney does, right? Intellectual property, Snow White, The Lion King, Cinderella, and what influencers do, Alex Earl, Mr. Beast, is going to come into one. Fake people, AI people are going to be some of the biggest influencers in the world in 10 years, and companies and humans are going to own those people, and it's going to be huge. There'll be more AI influencers than there are humans, meaning attempted AI influencers. In 10, 15 years, there'll probably be way more than 8 billion AI humans all trying to become influencers to monetize the way influencers do, and that's going to be fascinating to watch. Very obsessed with AI influencers. I think influencer marketing.
All right, so that's Gary V's prediction, and I agree with him on that note. I think that is absolutely coming. And so you can make your own AI influencer. Now, an example of that, something that we're going to be experimenting here in our very own company, is creating an AI persona that becomes a fellow member of the cast, so to speak. So, much like producer Nick and I interact on our live show, you might start to see other personas popping up and becoming part of what we do here on my social media and on my channels. And so we'll be experimenting with that. And so you can watch the channel here and follow me to see how that progresses. But I am a big believer that this is going to be a huge thing. And boy, is it cool to think that I can actually lean on AI a little bit to create valuable content that I don't personally have to record. I'm going to continue to be a part of my brand. I will personally never disappear from my own, my own brand and my own companies, but I can begin to lean on these AI personas to create our own internal influencers that educate and entertain and enlighten our audience to make them aware of our products and services. So let's get back to the presentation. Now, this is already a thing. You may not realize this, but it is already a thing. The weird thing is that already giant Fortune 500 companies are already doing brand partnerships and things like this. And it's been a thing for a long time, before AI. Heck, before even the early days of the internet. We have the Geico Gecko. And think of other characters that you have seen and you have encountered on television that are not real humans. Gary gave examples of some of the Disney intellectual property, some of the Disney characters, and think of, all kinds of fictional characters, whether it's in science fiction, sci-fi, cartoons, or otherwise. But here's an influencer who is a bee. So they have a bee that lives on Instagram, and it has become an influencer. And here are 10 virtual influencers. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, so here's one here. Little Michaela, I think Michaela, I'm not sure how you say its name, with 3 million followers on Instagram. Here is Immigram, 365,000 followers on there. Here's Nunuri with almost 400,000 followers on Instagram. Shudugram, 227, and so forth. Here's another one here, FN Mecca, Knox Frost. So look at that person, looks like just a regular old person. 664,000 followers. Nobody Sausage, kind of funny, 3.6 million followers on Instagram. And you can see there's another one that looks kind of human, Ruby 9100. There's Googimon there, who's like a rabbit character, 1.5 million followers. So as you can see, this is already a thing. Now, I'm curious for you, what kind of AI influencer would you be willing to use or make for yourself? Got any ideas for an interesting character, or have any opinions about what kind of characters might work? Let me know in the comments below if you could think of and use your imagination to come up with any AI influencers that might be fun to watch. Now, counting down to idea number 1. This is absolutely my favorite thing here. And this is something that I am already using, have been using AI in our advertising with our paid spent advertising. And many times the AI stuff is out converting my very own videos. So right this moment, as I am talking to you here on camera, I have ads running, as an example, on Facebook. And we have ads that have me on video. And then we have AI generated characters who are not me. We have an AI version of me. We have an AI cartoon version of me. And then we have other characters as well promoting our products and services. And you know what? They often beat me. So the cartoon version of me beat the real version of me. And then our other characters that we have now started to roll into our ads are winning. In fact, right now, I think our #1 winning ad is a male character who is not me talking about our webinar and our products. And that right now is our #1 ad. So it's quite something to see when you can make AI ads and they out convert traditional advertisements. So let's talk about how you do that. Now, VO3, by the way, I am like jumping up and down to be able to start using these VO3 videos in my ads. That is going to begin this coming week. And so we haven't even tapped into VO3 yet, and it's already working really well. So with VO3 added to the mix, I can only imagine how well my ads are going to perform. So you're going to use AI to make your ads. Now, there are lots of tools that you can use to do this. There are other tools. One's called Sora. Then there's Runway ML. And these are great tools, by the way. And you can combine VO3 with Runway ML, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. So Runway ML plus VO3 are a fantastic combination. And then here are some ads. Producer Nick on the channel here, just I think he sat down and spent less than an hour to make these 2 ads. So let's take a look at them real quick. Actually, you know what? Okay, note for editor, we'll clean this up a bit, but I think I could just play them.
They're in the StreamYard studio, so you can play them.
Yeah, I'll just do that. So I'm going to play them that way. Okay. So we'll go back full screen. So note to editor, you can clean this up. So I'm going to come on screen first. Okay, so here is the first ad that producer Nick created. Check this out.
Push button AI sets your revenue ablaze. Plunder the market in a single click.
Push button AI turns scribbles into treasure.
Push the button. Watch profits assemble.
Tap now. Push button AI will build your business tonight.
So that's the first one. And here is the other one he built. And remember, he learned the platform, sat down, and made both of these in under an hour. Here's the next one.
Push button AI built my store while I slept.
Yesterday, this was an idea. Today, it's an online shop.
Finally, a side hustle that doesn't steal my fishing time.
One tap, and my course sells worldwide.
Tap now. Push button AI will build your business tonight.
So now imagine with a little bit of more practice and learning and skill of using that tool, imagine what can be created. And so this is quite something. You can make ads just like those with no experience at all. I'll bet, in fact, I challenge you to go use VO3 and try to make an ad like that. I bet you can do it. Come back and let me know what you make. I'd love to see what you build with VO3. It is amazing. So those are the 2 examples. And let's go back to the screen share, and I want to talk a little bit more about, let's see if I can get it to show. Okay, I'm going to have to remove that from stage. I'll remove that, and then I will add this. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so then here, so producer Nick, this is where I will talk about the next video, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so note for editor, you can clean this up a bit again. Sorry for all the editing, but here we go. Now, the next logical thing is to go make these VO3 videos and combine them using Runway ML. So you can make your clips in VO3 and then use this other tool called Runway ML. And I've got a video for you that shows you how to do it. So you'll see somewhere around over here or over here, somewhere on the screen near me, you'll see that video. Click it and go watch how to use Runway ML to make ads like the ones you saw producer Mick, like the ones you saw producer. Oh boy, there's some outtakes here. Like the ones you saw producer Mick. Why am I saying that? Okay. Coffee. I need coffee. Like the ones you saw producer Nick make just a moment ago. That training will show you exactly how to make videos like that. So go use VO3 to generate your scenes, and you put them all together and export them with music, sound effects, captions, and everything else you need for a complete and full video ad. And again, that link should be showing up on the screen somewhere here. I'll also link to it down in the description in the comments. You're going to want to go check that out, because that's how you take what you make with VO3 and turn them into awesome ads. So go watch that training. I'll see you over there. Bye for now. Okay, audience, I'm not going anywhere. I did forget to tell everybody to like and subscribe, but that's fine. All right. So with that, I think we'll go to Q&A. Unless, Nick, did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. So then let's do some Q&A with the audience. So everybody out there, let us know any questions, commentary, feedback, anything at all. Pop those into the chat now, and we'll start the discussion. Now, before we do that, I do want to take a really quick commercial break. So let's do this. Get your questions popped into the chat, and we're going to pick one of our old commercials. So this is not made with VO3, so I can only imagine what we can do next time. But I will go to this commercial right here, and we will be right back after this quick commercial break.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
And there we are. So I don't know if Daniel gave you a link to the masterclass, Nick, or did he? Or do we just have the demo? No. Oh, you're muted.
No, I just asked him for a link.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. So that video, I can't wait to try to make an updated version of that. Although VO3 probably won't let us use the presidents, I don't think.
No, it doesn't like celebrities and real. When you ask it to do real people, asking it to make an Obama video, it's probably not going to do that.
Yeah, I bet not. But yeah, it's going to be fun making up the new content for the show and a new intro and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. We're going to be using VO3 a lot here on the channel. But let's kick it over to the questions.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. My Ducky wants to know, are you AI, Bill? Are we all AI? That's a good question.
That is a good question. Are we real? They say we're in a simulation, so
yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, this is a good question from Carmelita, asking if you can use this for affiliate marketing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So whether you're doing organic content or you want to make some paid ads to drive to affiliate offers, either way, what an awesome way to do it. So, like you saw that example ad that Nick made, right? So you can make an ad for any product or service. You can make content for any product or service. You could have, like, if you want to sell a beauty product, you could have, you can send pictures of the beauty product in, like you saw how you can use the ingredients with VO3, and you can actually have a fake AI influencer holding up the product, or using the product on screen. So yeah, you can promote anything with VO3 videos.
Yeah. All right. So Tom wants to know, can you load up video clips and then have it redo the video in a different style, shot per shot?
Yeah, I have seen that where people have uploaded not a clip, but they'll upload a image and then ask it to make a stylized video out of it. I have seen that, but I don't think they have video to video, do they? I don't believe so.
No, I mean, it's likely that they will. They're going to be rolling out. I know in the I/O conference, they mentioned all these features that Veo 3 is going to have that it doesn't have yet. So they'll probably be rolling out a lot of these very soon. For example, right now you can only do it in 8-second clips, and it won't let you extend the clips. Actually, when you try to extend it, it will use the Veo 2 model, which you don't want to do.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt that it's going to be like that forever. You'll probably be able to extend them with Veo 3 very soon. All right. Let's see. Oh, interesting question from Christina. She says, is it possible to use this to promote a towing service?
Yeah, I could see all kinds of clever, clever and funny things that you could make scenarios where tow trucks are required to come help with various things. You could make it humorous. Cars getting stuck in weird places or odd reasons for getting flat tires or being angry because your neighbor parked in your driveway. Or I'm sure you can come up with all kinds of clever things to use Veo 3 and tow trucks to promote a tow truck company. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. This is from this is a good question from Tom. He says, are there any restrictions like licensing or royalties for the creatives, the music, etc.?
There's no worry about licensing or royalties. Just be aware that Veo 3 is not going to do, it's got a pretty sensitive filter for like sensitive types of content, but also like copyrighted characters. So like you're not gonna be able to tell Veo 3 to make Mickey Mouse create a commercial for you, as an example, right? Or, you want Darth Vader to be the character in your commercial. Probably isn't gonna let you do that. Now, if you're clever, you could probably think of how to describe those characters and trick it into doing something, but I wouldn't advise that. So as long as you're not using copyrighted characters or, I also wouldn't advise trying to use celebrities or things like that. But you saw all the many, many examples of non-celebrity, that you can use this without having to ever get into something like that.
This is another good question from Tom. He says, can the sounds, music, and captions be separated or turned off?
Yeah. So the captions are interesting. They only show up when you put quotes around the words you want to use. Here, I want to play something here. I hope this one is going to be okay. Safe to play up on YouTube. I'm going to play an example video here in a minute, but yeah. So when you put quotes around the words that you use when you're typing your prompt, it will show up as captions. It's a really odd behavior. I don't know if it will keep doing that for now, but that's what happens. And the captions are not always accurate. Like I've seen it. Remember how AI used to hallucinate and make weird characters and
it'll do like an alien language captions or like make up words or misspell.
Yeah, like 90% of it is right, and then every once in a while, one word will just be spelled in a very strange way. So I wouldn't use the captions, but yeah.
I found something weird where every single time I said no captions in the prompt, it would do captions. Then I stopped saying no captions, and then the captions disappeared.
Yeah, the thing that seems to trigger it is if you talk about captions or if you put quotes around it. So often what I'll do when I want to tell a character to say something, I'll say character 1 says, and then a colon, and then I don't put quotes. I just type what I want him to say. And that seems to work for me. Yeah. So here's a fun example. Let's see. I think when I share my screen, the lips are kind of out of sync a little bit because of the lag on the stream. But let's take a look at this. Oh, of course, I got to remove. No, let's remove that. don't know why it's not letting me add this to the stage.
Oh, we probably have too many things that we have to take one off. Here, I'll
There.
take.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
A detonation has just occurred on the outer ring of the city. We'll now be going live to our top influencer opinions. OMG, people, the world is ending. Are you seeing this? This is actually so exciting.
Yo, I know it's chaos, but you got real survivor's wife energy.
That's cool. I like them feisty.
Like, it would totally be better if we ran it, you know? Men literally destroy everything, and my girls need to stop being so soft with these basic losers. Who even needs men, right? Anything a man builds just gets destroyed by a different man.
Guys, this collapse is literally the perfect dip. I'm buying more right now.
I like the crypto influencer.
I made this outfit. Even as the world burns, my struggle for visibility and acceptance continues. This is exactly why representation matters now more than ever.
As I keep saying on the channel, the world collapses when men stop lifting. It's not politics, it's testosterone.
There's your lifting, bro, Nick.
Balloons. So yummy. Nuclear boom. So tasty. Thank you.
Nothing stops the daily grind. Not even a little natural disaster.
Friends, this is the breakthrough moment from chapter 7. When everything falls apart, we rebuild ourselves stronger.
My girl, you wouldn't believe what just happened.
Hi! OMG, I just totally shit my pants after.
Oh, oops. I had a feeling there was something in this that I shouldn't show. That was what it was. All right. Well, there we go. That's enough with that one.
That, you know what they should do? They should make when you do a VO3 generation, it should be in like it should be like a timeline editor, like a CapCut or something, baked into the dashboard, so that you could, you could get rid of the music or the captions or sound effects.
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be, we're just looking at the very, very early stages of this. So as an example, like in that example I showed you guys there, really interesting video that looks real. Like I've seen man on the street footage made with VO3 where it looks like someone's walking around interviewing people in the public. It's indistinguishable from the real thing. And other than the fact that it's the end of the world, you wouldn't tell. Those all look like, the point of that whole thing is those all are caricatures of real influencers that you see on the internet every day. And they're all fake. That was all, every bit of that was AI. There are no real humans involved anywhere in there. So you can, if you can make that, you can make anything to promote any product or service that you can think of. Okay, back to questions.
Chat.
Whoa. Let's see. Christina wants to know if you will you integrate VO3 into push button AI?
No, probably not. Yeah, VO3 is just a separate tool, separate thing, not part of push button AI.
And then Craig has a question, but it's not VO3 related, but I want to let him know we're not ignoring him. We're going to get there when we get to AMA.
Oh, yeah. We'll go to Ask Me Anything in just a couple of minutes. We'll stick on topic with VO3 for the moment. So if you guys have popped any questions in unrelated to VO3, we will get to them. We'll be popping into open Ask Me Anything in just a minute.
Derek says, and Bill, I'll answer him. He says, no subscription, no access to the videos you make. Yeah, you have to be on the Ultra plan to make these, and it's right now it's $124 a month.
You can make them on the Pro plan.
Yeah, but you get 10 a month on the Pro plan, and then 80 something on the Ultra plan. Oh, this is a good idea from Tom. He says, has anyone tried to create videos with green screens in the video so you can do whatever in Editor later? For example, put someone on a green screen backward. That's a good idea.
In fact, if it will do green screen characters, you could put fake characters in real and mix them in with real life people through a green screen.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah, I could interact with one of the characters on screen as an example.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Looks like we are good to go. We're all caught up with the VO3 questions.
All right, fantastic. Now, I'm curious in the audience if I've been entertaining this idea of starting to have other characters attached with some of my products and companies and brands, and maybe, who knows, maybe even have one who shows up here on the YouTube channel on our live streams occasionally. I'm curious what kind of characters do you think would be fun to learn about business from that we could make up? So I'm curious what your feedback is. If you guys have any ideas, live audience, if you do, let me know your creative thoughts about what are some kinds of characters that we might be able to use. I'd love to hear those if you think of any. Okay, cool. And then, so we'll continue with Q&A, and we are going to open it up to Ask Me Anything. So let's go to that now. So if you need help from me about anything when it comes to building or growing your business, you need to get some advice, maybe you're struggling with getting traffic, and tell me a little bit about what you need help with. I'll help you with anything. In fact, I can even pull up your site and take a look at it, give you site critiques, critiques on your sales or copywriting or marketing, whatever it is that I can help you with to take your business to the next level up. Ask it now, and we'll do open Q&A. But before we do, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back after. Let's see. Nick, you want to pick one?
Sure, yeah. All right.
Could launch a business in just 5 days with the help of AI. That sounds amazing, right? The problem is most people are doing it all wrong.
Uh-oh.
You've heard the
Malfunction.
success stories of
Malfunction.
people making money online. But when you try to start, it's like hitting a wall. Where do you even begin? What tools do you use? And how do you make it all work together? The process feels endless. Weeks, maybe months of trial and error, only to realize you're no closer to your goals. It's exhausting, and every day you're stuck, you're leaving money on the table. But it doesn't have to be this way. The truth is, building an online business can be simple if you have the right system. That's exactly what the 5-Day Wealth Engine gives you. A clear, step-by-step process that takes the guesswork out of launching a business. With over $100 million in results and 25+ years of experience, I can help you do this in my 5-day challenge. We'll work together to help you apply my proven methods. I'll guide you through harnessing AI to work smarter, not harder. In just 5 days, you'll go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to having a fully launched, ready-to-profit business. You'll learn how to use the latest tools, avoid costly mistakes, and create something sustainable that fits into your life. Imagine what it would feel like to stop spinning your wheels and finally take action toward the future you've been dreaming about. No more endless research. No more second-guessing yourself. Just results. Fast. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, click the link now to join the 5-Day Wealth Engine. Spots are limited, and the next challenge is about to start. So take action while you can. This is your chance to make it happen.
There I am. And we're back. For most people, YouTube is doing an ad break as well. So some of you are probably seeing YouTube ads. Yeah, with that, I have a question for you, Nick.
What's the question?
The question is, what do you call a broken pencil?
What?
Pointless.
Oh no, that was. I don't know why I laughed. I don't like that one.
Yeah, see,
that's weak.
That's the perfect dad joke. When I get you to laugh, despite the fact that you don't want to.
That's true. Yeah,
that is
that's
actually.
weak. It's like a 4. No bueno.
All right. Well, I'll try better next time. So, audience, what do you rate that one on the dad joke scale of 0 to 10? How does that rate? We'll see if you agree with Nick or not. So, okay, I have another one that will probably make you laugh and groan at the same time. So we'll hold on to that one.
Okay, sounds good.
See, JD says it's a 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm extra harsh. I'm extra critical today.
All right, cool. Well, then with that, we'll go to Ask Me Anything. What do we got?
Yeah, so let me go back up to, I think it was Craig. I didn't want to skip him. He says, what's the latest on selling physical products with Commission Engine?
Well, Commission Engine will sell. So Commission Engine is my flagship product for affiliate marketing. So it uses AI to build the whole affiliate business, just to bring the rest of the audience up to speed. And Commission Engine will promote anything. So it already will do physical products. So you can promote anything, any kind of product with Commission Engine. And I know it is designed to work heavily with ClickBank, and ClickBank has several physical products. They have a huge variety of health and nutrition physical products. That's one place where they're really strong with physical products. But you don't have to only use ClickBank. There are other ways to promote other kinds of products as well. So yeah, we can already do that. And yeah, if you need help with figuring that out, just reach out to support, and we'll get you, we'll get you sorted out, and so you can do that.
All right. And this is the question about the ingredients to video feature. Someone's wondering if ingredients to video would work for recipes and cooking.
I don't know.
Probably it would probably, if I had to guess, it would probably screw it up. It's not. I understand where you're coming from, where you want to give it different food ingredients and then it makes a cooking video out of it. I don't know if it would work that way. I think it would probably screw that up. That's my guess.
You might do something kind of fun, right? You could almost make it like all the ingredients are laying on the counter and then they all merge together into the final food, right? Like magic.
It might do something like recipe. That,
yeah. Yeah, here are all the ingredients on the table. And in fact, you could probably have VO3 have a woman in the kitchen taking all the ingredients out of the fridge and the cabinets and laying them on the table, and then waves a wand and they all merge together and form it and become the food like magic. That'd be kind of fun video to put with the recipe.
TJM says, sorry, I missed the beginning. Is VO3 a Google program and free? It is a product from Google. It is not free. You need, at the minimum, we need to be on their AI Pro plan, which is $20 a month.
Well, technically, I have to correct you. Your first month is free.
Really?
Yeah, first month of Pro is free. So you sign up, and the first 30 days cost nothing. So you can do your 10 generations before you're charged your $19.99.
So okay, so I guess I stand corrected. It is free then, yeah. And then on the Ultra plan, which is $124 a month, you get 83 generations.
Cool.
And Carmelita says, is 80 plus a month? Here, I'll read it verbatim. I don't quite understand your questions. Maybe if you want to rephrase it, but Carmelita says, is 80 plus a month and it does 80 every month, or the limit is 80? So I don't quite understand that. If you want to rephrase
I know what she's getting to. So with the Ultra plan, you can make 83 unique generations, unique videos under that plan per month. And that one is $124 a month, and you can make 83 videos over the course of each month. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. And I think that they're going to get cheaper. So as time goes on, I believe the videos being generated will get cheaper. especially after some of the other video tools begin to catch up with Google. Google's going to be under pressure to drop their prices and offer more features, and you know, the race to the best tool will continue. So.
All right. Let's see. Oh, a nice compliment from Derek. He says, "Wow, you guys are different from anything I've seen online." Thank you, Derek.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
the purpose of the show is, you know, for I want to be able to take all of my history and my background of the success and all the lessons that I've learned and just help you succeed. That's the whole point of the show. And then, you know, we get producer Nick's very unique experience and perspective as well. So you have kind of like a multi-generational approach to succeeding with an online business. So I'm glad it's useful. That's what we're going for. Something a little different, but something useful and valuable.
So Christina, what a great question. She says, can you talk about if you see any benefit to combine ChatGPT and VO3? Yeah, actually, when I was coming up with the ads for last night, I was in ChatGPT using their O3 model to help me come up with prompts. I used it to first help me come up with like ideas. Then I turned it into a script, and then I turned each scene into a prompt to feed into VO3. So you certainly can. I see other people using it that way. And yeah, I don't have like a specific structure or template for you. I literally just jumped in a ChatGPT, told it a little bit about VO3. Did I call it ChatGPT 3? Because I was thinking about VO3. I jumped in the ChatGPT, I told it about VO3, and then I had it help me out and make me a video. It is very helpful.
And to add a little bit to that too. So first up, you know, Nick, if this video, because we're going to rush this to the channel and release the video, and if it does well, then I'd like to do a series on VO3, and that's another thing we could add to it. So we can talk about the mysterious special effects tool. That could be one segment. The other segment could be like combining ChatGPT with VO3 to get results. So we got two segments right there in the pipeline, assuming that this VO3 video does well. So, which I think it will, but we'll see. One other thing I want to add to that is for those of you that if you're getting like a creative block, ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Claude, any of these like chatbot models that you can chat with are great tools to overcome that creative block. So if you're at all like let's say you have an idea about the food and cooking and recipe niche, like the question earlier, and you're not sure from a creative standpoint, what should you make your video? Like what should the characters be? What should be happening? This is a fantastic use of these models. You can go straight to them and just tell them what you're trying to do. You can say, I'm trying to make a piece of content, or I'm trying to make an ad targeted to this particular audience to sell this particular product. And I'm trying to come up with ideas to make content or ads. And you could tell it the vibe you're going for. If you want it to be funny, do you want it to be engaging? Do you want it to be informational? So you tell the chat the vibe you're going for, who it's for, what you're trying to sell, and then get it to give you ideas. Say, give me 20 ideas for different scenarios of videos that I could make, and include the characters that should be in it, what should the action and activity be, and then it's going to give you 20 different video ideas. And then you can mix and match from those ideas. So often I will do that for help me overcome that creative block for something like this. And then I might see that, you know, it gives me 20 recommendations and I really like number 3 and number 5. And I might see ways to blend the two together. So then I'll go back to it and say, I like number 3 and number 5, but what if we mixed them together and did X, Y, and Z? You know, and then have it flush it out to the point of, like Nick said, you can even then get it to write your scripts. Probably you can even get it to give you some prompts that you could feed to VO3 to make the videos. And so make it be like a creative brainstorming session, you know? Think about like a bunch of Hollywood types sitting around a conference table, throwing out ideas for what they're going to make, you know? And that's what your sessions with ChatGPT should be.
And a good question from Tom. He says, any recommendation on how to ramp up quickly to get the 2K follower minimum to get monetized on YouTube to justify VO3? I want to do AI created faceless stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't have enough time right here to do as like a whole segment of training that we could do. We did our Mr. Beast video. You know, the one we talked about using Mr. Beast to generate scripts?
No. You mean like his PDF?
Yeah, we did a video segment on that. Well, I think if you search on the channel, I think if you search for Mr. Beast, it'll come up. But we did video training here on the channel about how to get video results quickly, how to scale and ramp up your video results. We went over best practices, how to script your videos, how to do your thumbnails, how to pull it all together. And that would be a good place to start so that when you're making your videos, you know what things you can do to trigger the algorithm to push your videos. So I would recommend you watch that video.
Yeah, I just dropped a link to it in the chat. So yeah, that might be a good place to start. I would find that PDF is so helpful. It's like 2 years old now, and it's still pretty evergreen. It's not dated at all. So go check that out.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. And another question from Carmelita. I'm going to read what she says verbatim. I don't quite understand the question, but maybe you'll have a better idea, Bill. She says, did you have anything build for course 2 or app for courses?
I'm not following that question either.
Yeah, so maybe rephrase it and we could better help you out.
Yeah, ask that again in a slightly different way, Carmelita. I'm not quite following the question, but I'd love to help you and answer that, though.
And then Ask and Receive says, how would you use VO3 for a money manifestation YouTube channel to start earning money each month? I would go into ChatGPT, tell it about your channel, and then I would ask it for ideas. It comes up with pretty good ideas. I think with VO3, you should lean into comedy. So I might.
Well, wait, this is personal development?
Yeah.
Okay.
How would you, what sort of content would you do with VO3?
Well, personally, I wouldn't reinvent the wheel. Like I have a little bit of different advice. I think I think you probably could do comedy to make that work, but I think why reinvent the wheel? Just go find channels in your that are targeting the exact market you want. Go find competitive channels and go look at them and find what are called their outlying videos, their outliers. What videos did they make that took off, that have way more views than typical for their channel? And this is advice for any video creators out there. Find your competitors who are already successful and they're already tapping into the audience that you want and having success. That's step one. Make a list of them. You know, you could list up to 10 of them. Then go nothing replaces just good old fashioned research. Go look at their channels or their pages or you know, their profiles and find the videos that are clear outliers. Like if you see they're getting like, usually if let's say they get 1,000 views a video and then all of a sudden here's one and they got 10,000 or 20,000 views. It clearly stands out as performing way better than the others. Take the link and note that down, save it, and go through and find outliers. You know, you could find 3 to 5 outliers on each one of those channels or each one of those social profiles, and then use that as the basis for creating scripts. And then you just have VO3 put those scripts to life. So you just take what they're doing and figure out how can you capitalize on VO3 to do the same thing. And that's the same advice I would give on the other question about blowing up a YouTube channel fast. I'd say, number 1, watch the video about Mr. Beast. Number 2, do this study for looking for those outliers of what other people are doing. And you would be shocked. I think a lot of people make assumptions about, well, these people are already doing this, so I'm not going to. Too many people have seen it or too many people have done it. And man, that is not the case. That is absolutely not the case. The vast majority of the audience will have never seen those videos. And so now when you take those ideas and put your unique flavor, your unique spin on them, you're going to see really amazing results.
Cool. TJM says, can you say again, please, what the other program you mentioned to use with VO3? Yeah, ChatGPT. I specifically used the 03 model. I thought that was better. I played with 4.0, then I played with 03, and I thought 03 was better inside of.
And then I mentioned Runway ML as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Runway ML is the one I talked about when I was recording the video.
And a good question from Tom, and I can take this one. He says, can I prompt for multiple scenes and details and scripts to make one 8-minute video? Also, if I'm making a longer video, say 16 minutes, if I have a second 8-minute video, can it keep continuity? So the way it works right now, you can make clips that are up to 8 seconds. They do not have continuity. If you wanted to make a new scene or extend the clip, it won't have continuity. Like you can prompt a scene and then ask it to extend the scene. Can you help me? I'm trying to explain that.
Like I think the biggest thing is if you want to have a continuity of characters through an 8-minute or more video, I would say wait just a little bit. VO3 will do that, I am sure, very soon. I know that they're, I think it's probably their number one. The extend video feature is the number one request being made of Google right now. As soon as that becomes available, that will unlock the ability to do that. Yeah.
Because technically, if you wanted to make, say, an 8-minute video, what you'd have to do is make a bunch of 8-second scenes and then stitch them together in a separate editing app. And when you do that, it's not going to have continuity. It doesn't do that yet.
I think VO3 will have it soon. I mean, as soon as they have extend, as soon as that works with VO3 and their ingredients feature, as soon as those two things work with VO3, you're set. You can make something exactly what you're looking for. And I think that's coming soon.
Yeah, and then from DE Productions, so with VO3 Pro, you get 10 8-second videos. And with Ultra, you get 83 8-second videos. Yes, that's exactly how it works. And then Tom says, my thinking is to get a cheaper account, like on the Pro plan, to test your prompts, and then use Final on VO3 to not waste your credits. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Also, yeah.
I wasted my credits on those stupid videos I showed everybody earlier. And then now I'm going to upgrade to the more expensive plan. So it's exactly what I did.
Yeah. And then he, as a follow-up, he says, can you exceed the limits for VO3 with Ultra? Like perhaps buy more credits. Yeah, on Ultra, if you use up all your credits, so say you make 83 videos, you can buy more credits. I don't know what the rates are, but you can. And then he says, can you use the same characters over and over in different videos to have continuity? No. Right now you cannot, but like Bill was saying, we're both almost certain that you can very soon. I can think of, if you want to start now, a workaround might be, because you can make consistent characters in the text to image tool Midjourney. So what you could do is to have a consistent character in Midjourney, and instead of using text to video in VO3, you use frame to video. So you make a starting frame for each of your scenes inside of Midjourney, and then take them to VO3, and then have each of those pictures be the starting frame in the video. That's something you can do.
Now, will VO3 do voice and sound, though, when you do image to video? When you're doing a frame to video? I don't think it does currently.
I did one. It didn't have voice. I did one. It did have sound.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
It had sound effects. I didn't ask it to do dialogue, but it did do like sound effects. I took a picture.
Oh, okay,
I made a picture
cool.
of
I read somewhere that it didn't. So if it actually does, that's cool. And I think I think literally even in the next few days, we're going to see more features and functionality being rolled in. So I think the tool is going to really evolve in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So before the next question, I got a question for you, Nick.
What's your question?
This one is really important.
Oh God, what is it?
Why did the belt go to jail?
Why?
Because it held up a pair of pants.
That's stupid. That's really stupid. I didn't like that.
You can thank 04 Mini High. That came from ChatGPT 04 Mini High. I'm going to switch it to 4.0. Okay. So what do you rate that one? 0 to 10. A 3.
That was bad.
Ouch. Ouch.
I don't give scores that low very often. But this one deserves it. That's low.
Chat, what do you say? So audience, how does that rate on the dad joke scale? 0 being like absolutely awful. Not only do you groan, you don't even laugh. 10 is like the perfect combination of the groan and the laugh, and it's being funny. So give me a rating. Tom gives it a 7. Discover gives it a 10. DE gives it a 5. Okay, well, you're
Man,
that critic today,
that makes
Nick.
me feel like I'm like a grouch or something because everyone's giving it a good score and I give it a 3.
Yeah, well, today you're the harsh critic, so that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Let's see. Oh, question from TJM. Would an 8-second video suffice on YouTube to monetize, or would it only be used for shorts and other social medias? Yeah, that on YouTube, anything under a minute is a short. That wouldn't be like what you're watching now. It would show up in the shorts feed, something that short. You might be able to make longer stuff, when the video extensions roll out. But right now, this is mostly for stuff that would show up in a shorts feed, like TikTok or YouTube Shorts or something.
So I'm going to try to redeem myself really quickly.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Why did the cantaloupe jump into the pool?
Why?
Because it wanted to be a watermelon.
Okay. I like that one better. I like that one better.
There we go. So I have been redeemed. What do you rate that one?
Decent 6, like a 6.7.
6.7. Okay. All right. That's above average. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yes. Let's see. Well, let's see. The real estate info. Well, he has a joke of his own. He says, "What do you call a spider with 10 eyes?" What do you call a spider with 10 eyes? Real estate info. Hopefully you didn't leave. Hopefully you can give us the punchline.
A spider with 10 eyes. I don't know. I'm stumped. What do you call a spider with 10 eyes? I hope they're still here and we're not all just left wondering forever.
That was better. That was better than yours. That was like a 7.
There we go. I got to show that on screen so everyone can see. There you go. Well, there you go. Yeah, you win the day so far for the dad jokes. So, okay. Next question.
That is it. We're all caught up.
Okay, cool. Well, that was a good one. I like that one. All right. Well, we are going to take a very quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with the final round of questions. And we were going to make some videos. We never made a video. Should we make? Let's make one. We'll make one with the audience.
Yeah.
Because have you upgraded yet? Are you ready to do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to waste one of Nick's credits on on a video we'll all do together. So if you guys think of some funny things that we could make for a video, and give us your creative ideas in the chat, and then we'll make some of those, or at least one. We'll see how many credits I can convince Nick to burn. And with that, we'll be right back after. Let's try. I'm looking for the. Oh, I don't see the ad for the. Which one is for the masterclass?
Oh, because I had to not include it because you get a max number of videos on the stage.
Ah.
So to put the 2 new ones on, I didn't include all the videos we usually use.
All right. I'll just do this one. Here we go. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Oh, you can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
And we're back, I hope. All right. So you see any ideas there in the chat, Nick, that or maybe you have some ideas you want to throw into the pot? We'll throw them all in and mix them up and come up with something.
From Tom, we'll try this one out. Squirrels playing dueling banjos. The more complicated the music gets, the more acorns fall until they are buried in them. We'll try that.
Can you try that one? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that in.
Here, I'm gonna try. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna turn off my screen sharing so that we have one less thing on the stage. There we go. And then where's your screen?
All right. Here we go. And then while that's rolling, what else we got? Real estate info says a really bad home purchase using the wrong agent. We can try that. So we'll cue that one up too. Anything else, guys? This is your chance to try your VO3 prompts.
We could do a talking spider with 10 eyes.
What is he going to say?
I don't know. What are we going to have?
Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Oh, did I not switch to... Oh, shoot. I didn't switch to VO3 for that, so I'll have to redo that in a second.
Yeah, that's really annoying. I've done that and it wastes my credits.
Yeah.
So that's a little gotcha for those of you who are going to use it. You have to select VO3 there, and it will sometimes randomly unselect itself. So pay attention to that.
So here, we can watch it in a second, but I'm going to redo it with VO3. That was using VO2. So let's put that in again. And then I think it did the same thing here. So let's... All right. So while those are firing off, let's see what we got.
Yeah. Also, too, it sometimes will default to doing 4 generations, which you definitely don't want to do with VO3 because it'll each of those
burn your credits really fast.
Yeah.
And on VO2 does not have audio. VO3 does. That's why you can't hear anything.
Well, he's playing it with one hand. That's impressive.
And then here is the agent on VO2. Oh man, they're heated. He's pissed.
That actually could be good, like with some voiceover about buying real estate from the wrong agent. That would be great, like B-roll for something like that.
I wanted to hear. I'm kind of like, I want to hear their dialogue. I want to hear what they say.
When you say it, a talking spider telling a stand-up comedy joke, I wonder what kind of joke it's going to write. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Carmelita says a person maxes out their credit cards and a ton of credit, creating a pyramid around them. Could you? I don't know if VO3. That prompt might confuse VO3. Could you be? How would you enhance that prompt, Dad?
I would say you could have somebody that takes a credit card and swipes it and then like assembles a pyramid of cards one at a time. Like you could show them like swiping it in a credit card machine and then assembling a pyramid.
So let's see. A person maxes out their credit cards, swiping in large number of them, the discarded cards pile into an enormous. I'm going to be honest, that prompt's probably going to confuse VO3. It's probably not going to come out the way we expect.
Yeah, I would take out the maxes out. You could just say a person swipes credit cards one at a time.
All right, let's see what it does with that. And then let's see. Do we have any other ideas?
Oh wow! Look at that spider. It's that's a weird spider.
Let's see.
Let's see what the joke is.
What do you call a spider with a bad temper? A hothead. What do you?
I like the video. I don't understand the. What?
He looks ashamed of his joke at the end. If you watch him look down.
I don't understand the joke. What's the?
It doesn't make any sense. But I like how he's ashamed of it at the end. Watch him when you play it. Play it again.
What do you call a spider with a bad temper? A hothead. What?
He looks like dejected. I do like the style. I like it looks like claymation or something. I like the video. The joke didn't land though. Oh, here's the banjo squirrels. They're playing it like telepathically without their hands. It was like 70% of the way there. I like the music though. I like the banjo music. All right, now here's our
real estate.
Heated,
let's see what that is.
Conflict.
What did you do?
Oh. Look at this beauty. I told you I'm a great agent.
That's good. That's the best one so far.
I like that. That came out unexpectedly good.
See,
I thought that one was,
I think there's an opportunity. I think VO3 can be funny. There's an opportunity to make comical. Every service, anything you sell online is going to address a pain point or a problem someone has. So I think you should use VO3 to really to make videos about those pain points. This is what happens if you have a bad agent, right?
Yeah. Well, I can see a whole series of those. You can have one where like the house is in a swamp, another one where there's like radioactive waste in the backyard, like all these different scenarios, just flipping from one scene to the next. That's funny. Here, play that one again. I want to watch the whole thing.
What did you do?
Oh. Look at this beauty. I told you I'm a great agent.
What did you?
That's really good. Oh,
right,
okay. Let's see what it did with the credit cards. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that confused it. I didn't think it would get that one right.
Okay, well, the real estate one wins for sure out of that batch.
Yeah. All right.
Now, there's another use for this that I don't think anybody's talking about. And you can make commercials for not just all businesses of all kinds. So now think about in the past, let's say a real estate agent or in a whole office of agents, a broker wanted to run ads on TV. And they were going to make an ad like the one that Nick just made, right? What would that cost them? Traditionally, up until literally just days ago, that would have cost them tens of thousands of dollars just in production costs. And then if you put like the ad agency and all the other costs, probably high five figures.
And the turnaround time would be like 60 days minimum.
Oh yeah, by the time all the people involved would produce that, film that, shoot that, edit that, yeah, you're looking at a very expensive commercial. And so now, anyone watching us right here, you have everything it takes to make ads as high quality as that, and you can do it in one sitting with a Google Ultra account. So $124. You can now make a commercial for a local business or any business that you might be able to sell to. So if you're somebody who, if you have any, if you have a knack for sales or a way to get in front of local businesses, you can make high quality commercials that can go viral for online, but they are good enough you could even run them on the television. And you know what? Maybe this would be kind of interesting. This might be fun. We could actually make a commercial in VO3 and run it on Mountain and get it on television and show everybody how that works.
That would be cool.
Yeah, let's do. Would you guys like to see us make a commercial and run it on TV? It's easier than you might think to do. So there we go. That's idea number 3. If the VO video hits, if that goes, turns out to be an outlier for us, then let's add that to the bucket of content ideas. But
I don't think anyone knows what Mountain is. Mountain is it's an ad manager to help you. It lets you publish ads on TV. It's Ryan Reynolds. I don't remember if he's partnered with them or if he has equity in the business, but he works with them. Do you remember?
Yeah, they bought him out. I think his creative agency. They kind of teamed up in some kind of a merger or a purchase, I think. So, but yeah, right.
He's involved somehow. I don't remember the exact details, but that's Ryan Reynolds' ad technology company.
Which, it goes perfectly matching his approach to ads, right? Like he talks about ads at the speed of culture.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. So, it fits perfectly with his concepts of running ads. Well, although it probably really cuts into his his creative agency now.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me because Alex Hormozy talks about this is a part of his content strategy where he tweets up a storm. He tweets like a dozen times a day. Most of them don't go super viral, but maybe 1 out of 10 performs very well, right? And there's a low barrier to entry for a tweet. It's not that hard to make a tweet. You're not wasting your time if you make a tweet that fails. You take the tweets that do really well, and he takes those and he makes full-length, 10-plus minute YouTube videos around those tweets. So imagine with these AI videos, you can make an ad in 30 minutes, and then you publish it. You spend like $5 a day on Facebook or TikTok or something to get that ad to run. And if it doesn't do that well, you're only spending $5 a day, and it took you 30 minutes to make it. If it doesn't do that well, it's not the end of the world. But if you say you publish 10 ads and one does really well, you use that as a signal to produce a more polished ad that's not rushed out, that you spend more money on, and you might dedicate more money and resources to publish it on something like Mountain or something like that.
Cool. Well then, let's fingers crossed that the VO3 video hits, and then we can have fun making all kinds of stuff. So, but I got a question for you, Nick, before we wrap up the show today. So we'll do final call for questions. This is my final question. Why did the gardener plant a light bulb?
Why?
He wanted to grow a power plant.
Hey, that was good. That was really good. That's you know what? That's like strong 8 material, like an 8.
Oh, there we go. I am redeemed.
You got to end with that one though, or else
Yeah.
you can't end on a bad note.
I'll
No
take
more.
full credit, even though ChatGPT 03 created that one. See, that shows you the power of the 03 model. That's what did that one.
Yeah, I like 03 a lot. You guys have to try. We can do an entire video on how to use 03 to make scripts for your ads. I was playing around in 03 last night. I said, I don't remember if I went in, I told it about push button AI, and I said assume you are at Eugene Schwartz. I don't remember if it was Eugene Schwartz or Gary Halbert, but I said assume you're Eugene Schwartz. Write me like a 30-second ad that I can make in VO3 about push button AI, and then it made the script for me that I plugged into VO3.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have any other questions left?
Kind of. So Christina says, can you make a video for a towing service? I know you asked that earlier and we answered, and the answer is yes. You can make, we'll show you real quick. So I think it was Real Estate Info who asked us to make this video. The prompt was a really bad home purchase using the wrong agent.
What did you do?
Oh, look at this beauty. I told you I'm a great agent.
So I could imagine doing something like that for your towing service. So that prompt might look like, how would you rephrase that for Christina's towing service, Bill? A really bad. We could do it real quick before we go. A really bad
towing company
accidentally destroys a car they're towing. The guy towing the car is remorseless. Is that how you spell it? Remorse.
Okay, well, let's try that.
Yeah, remorseless.
Is that
And
on
then you
VO3? Check the quality, make sure. Yeah.
VO3.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And then what you would do is just throw in text at the end, like, don't be this guy, go with Christina's towing service. And then real estate info, at the end, throw text on the screen. Don't be like her, go with real estate info for your real estate needs. And if you're not feeling that creative, VO3 can be pretty creative sometimes.
Well, the real estate one is an example. Like you didn't give it a lot of cues, and it really had a good sense of comedy in that.
I would be willing to play around with being very vague. With tools like Runway, you can't do that. You can't go into Runway and say, make me an ad for my towing company. It will totally screw it up. But you could go into VO3 and say, make me an ad for my towing company that's kind of funny. And it would do it, and it could do it good. So that's one of the cool things about VO3. That is not cool about some of the other video generators. And that's the last.
I want to remind everybody. I'm surprised I forgot about this. So we are like this far from cracking 25,000 subscribers, and I never told anybody to subscribe to the channel except at the very beginning. So I think we are down to. I think we need like 75 subscribers to cross the threshold.
Come on, guys.
So anybody here who's not currently subscribed, do us a gigantic favor. And then we promise to continue to deliver more and more money-making content for you every week here on the channel. So if you're not already a subscriber, then please tap that subscribe button or smash it, as all the YouTube guys like to say. Smash that subscribe button and help us cross our 25,000 threshold, and we'll keep bringing more and more value to you every single week. And the number's going up, but we're getting closer. And Veo's going kind of slow this generation.
Yeah. Maybe because it's cooking something really cool for us. Almost there. We're at 75%.
Let's see what Veo is cooking. Cool.
Right,
thanks to those of you who are subscribing. Thank you for that.
Hey, what?
Here, it's ready.
Before you play that, Nick, can you do you have the video, the most recent video you dropped?
Oh,
do you have one of your magic links prepared for that?
I don't.
Okay. Well, I do want to drop that for everybody. So even if you have the short one, whatever, we'll just have that ready coming up in a minute. And cool. Well, let's watch it.
Hey, what are y'all gonna do?
Oh my God, that was dramatic. I thought there was just gonna be like a little fender bender. Yeah, the car it got destroyed.
You said to destroy it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like an ejection seat for the car. Here, play that again.
By the way, DE Production says I skipped your question accidentally. He asked me if I could answer his question. Could you copy and paste it back in, and then that'll answer your question? So I'm sorry I missed it. Let's watch that again.
Hey, what are y'all gonna do?
Oh my God. Yeah, that car was destroyed. Man.
That's pretty funny. I think that's usable as a scene in that commercial.
Yeah. And then go like if I were you guys, if I was Christina and I was making a commercial for my car towing service, I'd go into ChatGPT. I'd say, I want a funny video, a funny ad for my car towing service. Can you write me a script with 5 or 6 different scenes? Then I would take each scene and I would say, hey, can you take each scene and convert it into a prompt to put into an AI video generator? Then I would just copy and paste it over. That's what I did when I made the ads last night. All right.
Cool.
Oh, and then DE Production, he updated us with his question.
All right. This will be our last question of the day.
Yes. Here's what he says. Question. I have push button. I'd like to do courses. 1, have a free course. 2, then have a paid membership level that has the same exact course and has the audio and vid packs. Is this possible? Same URL? Question mark.
It is possible. And you'd have to make 2 courses. So you'd have to make 2 completely separate courses in your site. Chat with support if you want guidance on how to do that. So first I would generate your free course and then talk to support to get help to understand how to duplicate that course to make a paid version of it. And actually, now that I think about it, I would say make the paid one. Make the paid version first, and then duplicate it for your free version. That would be how I would do it. But that is possible. You'll just need to do a couple steps manually to make that happen, and reach out to support for some guidance on that.
And so the last video that went up, it's all about using ChatGPT to drive traffic to your site. I just dropped that in the chat. So we're going to end the stream soon. When that's done, go watch that video. It's a really good video.
Yeah, check that out. And you're welcome, DE Production. I'll reiterate that. That's a really great video. If you want to learn how to use ChatGPT to get traffic and sell your stuff, if you have a shopping cart with anything for sale in it, meaning services, physical products, whatever it might be. As long as you have a shopping cart on your website, then go check out that video. It will show you how to get more traffic to your site and make more sales. It's a really powerful strategy that no one is doing right now. This is going to become commonplace. And 2 years from now, everyone will be doing this. And that's where a lot of people will be getting traffic. We go watch that now and get an edge on everyone else before they learn about it. So check that out for more traffic and selling. If beginning to do it, you need a site that has a shopping cart. But if you have that, you're set. ChatGPT will send you buyer traffic. It's pretty cool. And then with that, we good to wrap it up today, Nick?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, then on that note, I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in today. Here, we'll come back over here. Thank you so much for your help today, Nick. Once again, great show. And everybody else out there, thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you got value from today's video, it really helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. So with that, we'll see everybody next time. Bye for now.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
25 years of building online businesses, I've discovered that it can be a confusing and overwhelming process. Luckily, I made it through all of that, and I've generated over $100 million in results across all of my companies over the years. But for many entrepreneurs, like you maybe, you might be facing uncertainty, overwhelm, confusion about what to do next to make profit online. Whether you're starting your first business or you might be trying to grow your existing business. And if you would like to get certainty, clarity, and your own roadmap to success, then I'm offering a special one-on-one consultation. This is a one-on-one success session. It is absolutely free. And the reason I'm offering this is because I've found that if you help people understand their roadmap and their path forward, that they'll do business with you when it makes sense. So by showing you and helping you get that clarity, get that certainty, and having your own roadmap to achieve success through online entrepreneurship, I know that if it's a right fit, that you'll do business with me in the future. So I'm willing to offer this totally free to join a member of my team and learn for yourself. And don't worry, there is no high pressure sales tactics here. This is just help to help you succeed. So instead of the high pressure sales, we're going to jump on with you one-on-one. We'll have an interview session to learn a little bit more about you and put together a specific program. We'll do a follow-up call and you'll be able to join one of my experts, and they're going to help you achieve the clarity that you desire so that you know what to do, so you can make the maximum amount of profits fast for your unique situation. In this session, you're going to uncover exactly what business and marketing strategies are going to unlock the profits that you're looking for. You're going to uncover the best lead generation strategies for existing business owners. So if you've got a business that you want to expand, we're going to cover how to do that. If you're a new business owner, we're going to cover how to start your first successful business. We're going to help you deal with any overwhelm, confusion, or uncertainty on what to do next, which I find for new entrepreneurs is vital. Then we're going to help you figure out what might have gone wrong in the past, because chances are you've probably tried a few things and you might be frustrated with what happened. So we're going to cover what went wrong from past marketing efforts so that you don't make those mistakes again. Then you're going to discover unique methods of affiliate marketing that are not possible anywhere else. Finally, we're going to uncover any issues you might be having with mindset and the way you're approaching and thinking about your business so that you can learn what is the optimum way to get productivity, to stay motivated, to not go into procrastination, and actually get things done in your business. And then, if our push-button business building tools are the right solution for you, we will do a personalized live demo for you, and we'll show you how our tools can help you. And if it's a good fit, awesome, we can do some business together. And if not, you come away from the session with some value, knowing exactly what you need to do next. And that helps me achieve my mission in life, which is to help as many entrepreneurs like you as possible. Claim your absolutely free success session by going to the link that you see on the screen below and find exactly how we can help you. And whether or not you choose to do business with me now or sometime in the future, or maybe we don't do business at all, I am happy to be able to help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. I look forward to hearing all about your session. We'll see you next time.